This conversation with architecture firm leaders is all about your financial challenges. I've been covering challenges that have been focused on the data from Deltek's 45th Annual Clarity Report, an architecture and engineering industry study. But what's happening is the challenges, project management, human resources, financial management, they've been really consistent over the past 3 to 4 years. Coming out of COVID, the challenges have remained the same. The second financial management challenge that Deltek reported is increasing profitability. 54% of firms said that was one of the top 3 financial challenges that they face. 23% put that as number 1. I'm not a business coach. I don't have strategies or a book or training to help you create more profitability. I help architecture firm leaders strengthen their most valuable asset, and that is the people who work for them who are executing projects. Because qualified, experienced people executing projects do so more efficiently and more profitably, and that leads to more efficient and profitable firms. You start with an intention of being profitable. That's what businesses do. If you're not profitable, then there's a loss of profitability. Something is eating away at your profit margin, your profitability. And I've narrowed it down to 2 things. Too much time spent on projects. 1/3 of all architecture projects reported by architecture firms are over budget. And the second thing is too much overhead expense that's not captured in your billing rate or your fee. So why isn't overhead captured in billing rates or fees? Usually to insufficient tracking. That causes a disconnect between the spending and the revenue. If you don't keep track of your checkbook spending, you're going to run out of money in your bank account, even if you've got something coming in. You've got to keep track of that. And I can't help you with that, but software can. There are a lot of software systems out there. If you don't have a software system and you're keeping it in your head or in spreadsheets or just a generic bookkeeping software, you're going to lose track of your spending and your revenue, and that's going to kill your profitability. I can't really help you with that. I don't sell software. So let's go back to number 1. Why is so much time being spent on projects? Why are 1/3 of projects over budget? Usually this has to do with 2 things, really. One is a lack of quality. Your staff is not well trained, so there's a lot of errors. That creates extra cycles of red lines or corrections in your quality control system. You're spending too much time checking your employees' documents, or your senior architects are spending too much time checking your employees' documents. And they're spending too much time redoing the stuff that could have gotten done correctly earlier, faster. The second thing is not paying attention to the schedule. If you have a schedule and you're not paying, you just keep working on it. And it just keeps going and going. And ultimately, you kill your profitability because you're not finding an ending point. You're not setting a deadline. Maybe you set a deadline, you're not following the deadline. There is one other thing, and that's when your fees are not accurately reflecting the true cost of what it takes to execute the work. That takes a little more skill, takes a little more understanding of strategies to do that. What can you do about the quality cycle and the schedule cycle? Well, what are your competitors doing? The number 1 financial initiative that your competitors are doing, according to Deltek, is training project managers in financial management so they can keep track of the budget. If this is important to you, find training that educates your staff, your project managers in particular, the leaders of your projects, in how to keep track of project budgets. But that also means that you need to share some information with them. You have to be more transparent about the fees and your profit goals so they can put that on a schedule that tells them how the fee is broken up, how much profit goes into that, and what's left to actually execute the work. Focus on training your staff so they can be more competent to get the work done faster and on time and on budget.